to the 4th Annual Battle of the Brains. I'd like to welcome the students from Beville, the students from Lynn, the students from Hampton who are on their bus coming, and of course my students from Stonewall Middle. This is always a great day for our IB schools of Prince William County. We get to show off what we've learned and in a friendly competition. Although Stonewall's come in second the last 3 years. We're going to win this year, right? Yes. I would like to welcome 3 ladies who were kind enough to offer their time to be judges this year. Ms. Donna Morgan, Kathy Cayazzo, and Kathy Casey. And finally, the great MC of our program each year, Mr. Bill Bixby, who is the Associate Superintendent for middle schools. So let's give Mr. Bixby a round. He'll be explaining the rules of the competition, and we'll get started here in a moment. Mr. Bixby? Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Based upon previous experience at this event, I need to go over some special rules of conduct, and these are directed only at the principals present. So if any of the principals become out of line, I will issue a yellow card. And if the conduct persists, Mr. Keenan? Mr. Keenan? Mr. Neves is usually a little bit more subtle. He usually stays in the yellow card area. And since this is Mr. Miller's house, I can't really give him a red card or we'll all be on the street. So I think we're ready to go. And our first round, which schools am I inviting down? Lynn and Stonewall. All right, we're going to start and we're going to have our teams introduce themselves, starting with Lynn Middle School. Please speak into the microphone, hit the little button, turn it red, and tell us who you are.
My name is Marcos and I'm from Lynn Middle School.
My name is Brian and I'm from Lynn Middle School.
My name's Abigail and I'm from Lynn.
I'm Donovan, and I'm from Lynn.
Welcome. Our scholars from Stonewall, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm TJ from Stonewall.
I'm Mariana, and I'm from Stonewall Middle School.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm from Stonewall Middle School.
I'm Juan, I'm from Stonewall.
So remember, we're working today to demonstrate our knowledge of the SOLs, which we all view as an easy thing for us, so we should fly through all of our questions today. Remind you of your rules. You'll see the question, I'll read the question, you'll write the answer on the whiteboard. I need to be able to read what you write on the whiteboard. If you're going to exercise a shout out, you'll write shout out on the whiteboard. You're not going to show me your answers until I ask to see them. You'll have 30 seconds to get your answer. Are we ready? Audience ready? Yeah. All right. And here we go with our first question. Each team, okay, you get 1 point for getting it right. Winner moves on to the final round. Question 1. In the picture below, what is the ratio of smiley faces to hearts? Four seconds. 3, 1. Pens down. Ready? Answers, please. We show them, put them up there. We have 4 to 5 is the ratio over here. 4 to 5 is the ratio over there. The answer is 4 to 5. Question 2. The common root odd is used in words such as audible, auditory, and auditorium. The root odd means answers, please. Pens down. Sound, listen, or hear. The answer, please. Listen, hear, or sound. All answers good. 2 to 2. First team to 1,000 correct questions wins. 10. That's what happens when you misunderstand your zeros. Okay. Question 3. Which of the following is a non-renewable fuel source? Solar energy, energy from wood, natural gas, or hydroelectric energy? Answers, please. Natural gas. Natural gas. Answer is natural gas. All right, this is getting exciting. Question 4. The United States gained the Louisiana Purchase from? Answer. Answers, please. All right. Answer? Correct. Now, do you guys know who the president was when that occurred? Who was the president?
Thomas
Yep.
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Very good. Okay. Question 4. No, Mr. Miller, you don't. Mr. Miller. You cannot use a calculator on the following math question. You may not use an abacus. Which of the following has the greatest value? 5/6, 70%, 1.2. Answers, please. 1.2, 1.2. Answer is 1.2. So we're halfway through. We're in a tie. Question 6. The sequence of events in a story are commonly referred to as the what? Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pens down, answers up. We have a shout out and we have chronological order. Fred Lynn, shout out.
Can you hear us? Redland, shout out. Chronological order.
So we have. Thank you. So we have chronological order from both sides, and the answer is? Plot. So we'll go to a judge. We're going to go to New York, put the headphones on. Do our judges uphold the answer on the screen? The answer is yes. New York has confirmed the answer on the screen. So our plot thickens. We're still tied 5-5. Question 7. A metal spoon is placed in a pot of boiling water. What process explains why the spoon gets hot? "15 seconds. Things are heating up here. Okay, yeah, pens down, answers up. We have a shout out for Stonewall. We have an answer up here for Fred Lynn. So Stonewall shout out.
Hey, make sure everybody has the right answer. Look at all right, are you good? So stand up. All right. Make sure everybody has the right answer. Put the right up at the camera. All right.
Metal conducts heat.
Thank you, shout out. Stonewall has metal conducts heat. Fred Lynn has heating conduction. The answer is conduction. So the tie continues. Congratulations. So this is question 8. The Missouri Compromise admitted what 2 states to the Union? Ten seconds. You can feel the excitement. Okay, Answers? We have Missouri and Maine, and the answers are Missouri and Maine. One. So we're going to go, we have 2 questions left. Fred Lynn is up by 1. 2 questions left. Question 9. You cannot use a calculator on the following math question. 5 paren 6 plus 2 over 2. Ten seconds. Both teams are ready. Answers? 20. Answer is 20. So this is question 10. Question 10, Fred Lynn is up by 1. So we need to build the pressure. Question 10. The purpose of an advertisement is to answers. Persuade. I was going to say advertise, but the answer is persuade. So, what a hotly contested round. Fred Lynn wins by 1 point. Look at how close that is. Congratulations, teams. Welcome. We need to move quickly here. I want to welcome Hampton Middle School. I see that Hampton Middle School has Mr. Nicely with them. Mr. Nicely, I want to warn you, Mr. Nicely, that if any administrators act poorly, we have yellow and red cards. All right, Mr. Nicely. To my right, I'm going to ask our Hampton team to identify themselves, introduce themselves, please. Speak into the microphone, press the button.
We are the Hampton Middle School team here to win the cup for our school, so go Huskies.
Yay.
Say your names.
My name is Anosha Saleh.
I'm Brianna Manuel.
Dakota Hilliard. Ghazal Habib.
Beville, welcome. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Jaden Naka.
I'm Maisha.
I'm Jaleel Kelly.
And I'm Emma.
Welcome. We have 10 questions. Whoever gets the most right will win the round. You'll have 30 seconds once the question has been revealed. Please write your answer on the whiteboard. Please do not show the whiteboard until I ask to see them. If you're doing a shout out, write shout out on your whiteboard. Good luck, contestants. Question 1. In Miss Taylor's class, the ratio of girls to total students is 8 to 20. What percentage of the students are girls? 5 seconds. Good. Both sides good. Answers, please. We have 40%, 40%. The answer is 40%. Question 2. A blank is a figure of speech that uses the words like or as to make a comparison. Answers locked in. Answers, teams? Simile, simile. Answer is simile. Question 3. What process is causing the clouds to form in the water cycle below? Fifteen seconds. Answers are locked in. Answers, please. Condensation, condensation. Answer is condensation. Question 4. What river connects the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean? Ten seconds. Answers are locked in. Answers are a shout out, and we have an answer over here. We're going to go to the Beville shout out. Beville.
What do you guys think? Okay, write it. Put up on the board.
And here we have the Mississippi, and the answer is the St. Lawrence. So our tie continues. Question 5. You cannot use a calculator on this. Cannot use a calculator. Question 5. Order from least to greatest. Ten seconds. Answers are ready. Please put them up. Answers are the same. Answers are, hold it, least, go from order from least, correct? 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 Correct. Question 6. The elements of time and place are key components of this narrative structure. Answers are locked in very quickly, so the plot thickens. The answer is setting, setting. The answer is setting. Question 7. In which layer of the Earth's atmosphere does most of the weather occur? Our answers are locked in again very quickly. The answers are troposphere. And the answer is troposphere. So we go into question 8 with a tie. Question 8. During colonial times, where did the Quakers settle? Both sides are ready and oh, whoa. Not quite yet. I give myself a yellow card. Okay, answers are Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania. The answer is Pennsylvania. So who was the big, the famous Quaker that is really responsible for the settlements in Pennsylvania? Yeah. Any? Yes. William Penn. Yes, William Penn. And in what city did he go to first? The city of brotherly love. That city is, oh, yes, Philadelphia. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Just a little Philadelphia excitement here. Okay, question 9. Okay. 8th grade? We need all of our 8th grade scholars to go out this door over here for their lunch. All 8th graders out the door over here. Mr. Keenan will lead you. Including anybody in the audience who eats that's in 8th grade. Question, here we go. Question 9. You can't use a calculator, no calculator. Question 9. 30 divided by 3 times 2 plus 3 squared. Two seconds. Need those answers locked in. Answers locked in. Answers locked in. Answers. 29. Answer 29. Answer 29. Woo! Whoa. So I have us tied going into question 10. Okay, now here we go. Question 10. The purpose of a fictional story is to blank. Our answers, again, locked in very quickly. Answers are entertain, entertain, entertain. So we now go to sudden life. Sudden, well, doesn't sudden life sound better? No, okay, sudden death. All right. All right. Here I am trying to be positive. So now help me here, team. It's the first one to have the answer. So the best way to do this is you'll write your answer on your board. Oh, so okay, no race, just normal procedure until someone, no shout outs, no whisper outs, no calls to Mr. Keenan. All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Minnie is making bows. She has 3 yards of ribbon. If she uses 1/4 yard to make each bow, how many bows can she make? Answers locked in? Answers are 12. Sudden death question 2. If you were reading 2 different passages about similar topics and wanted to examine their similarities and differences, you might use this organizer to blank the 2 passages. Ten seconds. Okay, let's reveal the answers. Compare and contrast, compare and contrast, compare and contrast. Question 3. In Earth's atmosphere, as altitude increases, what happens to air pressure? Answers, please. Decreases, decreases. Answer is decreases. Question 4. Which American Indians inhabited the area now known as the Great Plains? You have 10 seconds. Relax. Okay, answers are, we have the Sioux and the Coquit and the K. And the answer is Lakota. Judge, yes?
It's
Yes.
not American Indians, it's Native Americans.
You are right. I just read the script. Are we accepting that then? Okay. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. That's not what the conversation over here is about. So, yeah, but, you know, that's not what it says, and we don't have a judge. Correct? Unless the all 4 people agree on it from the 4 schools. Next question, please. You cannot use a calculator on the following math question. Solve and simplify 2 1/3 divided by 2/3. I believe Mr. Keenan's pointing that out to Mr. Miller. 7 seconds. Pens down, answers up. Pens down, answers up. We have 1 1/2, and we have, well, time had elapsed. And we have nothing. The answer is 3 1/2. Next question, please. I am so hungry I could eat a horse is an example of. 6 seconds. Answers, please. Hyperbole. Hyperbole, figurative language, exaggeration. The answer is hyperbole. We continue with delayed death. Question 7. A television changes electrical energy into these two kinds of energy. Five seconds. 3, 2, answers locked in. Answers. Light energy, heat energy, potential energy, and kinetic energy. The answer is sound and light energy. Do I go? Science, Judge? Is that accurate? So are you ruling that their answer is accepted or not? Yes, put the answer back up. Both are correct. Our judges have ruled that both sets of answers are correct. Sudden death number 8. Why were the Roanoke Island and Jamestown settlements formed? Four seconds. 3, 2, 1. Pen down. Answers are economic venture. Answer is find religious freedom, break away from England. The answer is economic gain venture. Congratulations, Beville Middle School. I'm pleased to welcome Fred Lynn and Beville back up here for our sudden death. Remember, no shout outs. You get the full 30 seconds if you need it. You'll put your pen down at 30 seconds and we'll go with whatever answer you have. Quiet, please. Question 1. 5 points. What are the coordinates of the point shown? Answers are locked in. Answers. We have -2, 3, -2, 3. Answer is -2. Followed by 3. Sudden death question number 2. Listen to read the following passage. Still, Antonio's beans attracted plenty of attention. They had fluffy purple blossoms that stood out against other drab white blossoms. When Antonio's beans began to form, they were large, flat, and wide, unlike the pencil-thin beans that dangled from the fence. Antonio was used to the appearance of the beans, but the other students we're interested in them. To which sense do the images in this passage most appeal? Ten seconds. Both sides are ready. We have sight and sight. And the answer is sight. Question 3. What is the dependent variable in the experiment below? Answers are ready. Answers are temperature of water, amount of sugar dissolved. So this will decide it. The answer is amount of sugar dissolved. Congratulations. I want to welcome our 7th grade teams from Beville and Stonewall. Our standings are on the screen. Tight competition. We're going to start with Beville. I'm going to ask you to introduce your names. Please push the button. Speak into the microphone.
We're Beville, and I'm Aubrey.
I'm Andre.
I'm Tiffany.
Donovan.
Thank you, Beville. Stonewall.
We're Stonewall, and my name is Christopher.
I'm Diego.
I'm in.
I am Anne.
Welcome, teams. You'll have 10 questions. You'll write your answer on the whiteboard. You will not show the answer until I ask for it. If you need shout-out assistance, you'll write shout-out down. You'll have 30 seconds. When you reach 30 seconds, I'll ask you to put your marker down. Best of luck. Here we go with question 1. Which property is demonstrated in the sentence below? Both sides ready? Answers, please. Commutative property of multiplication. Commutative property of multiplication. Answer is commutative property of multiplication. Question 2, please. The transitional phrases begins with and in order to signal to the reader which of the following organizational pattern. Kind of reads like we have choices. Choices, please. There are no choices. So the question is to identify the organizational pattern. I'd like to give them an additional 10 seconds if that's possible. I guess I'll officially count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers in. We have a shout out and we have an answer. We have a shout out for Beville.
Oh my God. Ah! Sequential order.
Process. I'm going to the judges. Both or
Did we get there?
this one has process. Sequential order. Process. So the answer there went to Stonewall. Question 3. A scientist wants to see how changing the amount of sunlight a plant receives affects its growth. If one plant gets the normal amount of sunlight, we call this plant the 7 seconds. 3, 2, pencils down. Answers up. Control group or constant. The answer is control group. Stonewall correct. Question 4. What 3 amendments are known as the Reconstruction Amendments? Seven seconds. 2, 1, pens down, please. We have the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. We have the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And the answer is the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Question 5. Solve for T. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. We have negative 11 equals T. We have negative 11 equals T. The answer is negative 11 equals T. Question 6. There are 3 general purposes for most written material. What are those 3 purposes? Ten seconds. Both teams are ready, and the answer? Entertain, persuade, inform, entertain. No, was that the last? What is entertain? And the answers are inform, correct. Question 7. What is being transferred from one organism to another in this food chain? Five seconds. Answers are in. Answers. We have energy and energy / nutrients. The answer is energy. Yes. Okay, question points for both teams. Question 8. Which Supreme Court case ended the policy of school segregation in the 1950s? We're going to have a shout out here. We have, okay, shout out to Stonewall.
Okay. It's okay if you don't know how to spell it. Just G.
Just say it. Just say it.
Sean. Put that to me.
Ruby Bridges.
Brown versus Board of Education. Over here, you have Jim Crow over here. Brown v. Board of Education. Oh, we have a game. Question 9. What is the volume of this cylinder to the nearest cubic centimeter? What is the volume of this cylinder to the nearest cubic centimeter? Seven seconds. 4, 3, 2. Pens down, pens down, pens down. Answers up. Pens down, answers up. We have, what do we have? 100. We have no answer. The answer is 402 centimeters cubed. Question 10. The following sentences contain an example of conflict. What specific type of external conflict is represented? Cole stared down at his chest. The bear's claws had raked him open. Individual versus nature, individual versus nature. Answer is individual versus nature. Stonewall wins. Congratulations. So I want to welcome our teams from Fred Lynn and Hampton, and we'll start with Hampton. If you would introduce yourselves.
I'm Andrea Portillo.
I'm Molly Allen.
Manib Schweib.
I'm Elizabeth.
Welcome. Our team from Fred Lynn.
Hi, my name is Bilal Arif, and I'm from Fred Lynn Middle.
I'm Yusra.
I'm Natalie. I'm Sarah.
Well, welcome, competitors. Remember our rules. We have 10 questions, 30 seconds for your answer. It has to be on the whiteboard. You have a shout out if you need to use it. If you're doing a shout out, you'll write shout out on your board. And I wish you the best of luck. Question 1. You cannot use your calculator. What is this number in standard form? Pens down, pens down, pens down, answers up. We have 3,302,000, and we have 3. I understand. And the answer is correct. Fred Lynn. Question 2. You are reading a manual for constructing a model plane. You see the transitional words first, next, and finally embedded in the text. This leads you to recognize that the author organized the manual using ten seconds. Are you guys done? Okay, answers are in. Answers? We have sequential and we have sequence. Sequential and sequence, and the answer is enumeration or listing. So I can't accept either answer. So we go to question 3. Weasels and foxes both depend on the same food source. What is the term for the resulting interaction between these two populations? Right. 10 seconds. Both sides are ready. The answers are, we have a shout out. We have a shout out for Hampton. You did? We need to, due to a technical issue back here, we need to throw out question 3 and go to question 4. There isn't a problem with what you did. There's a technical problem back here that makes us move to question 4. You guys were brilliant as usual. It's us. So I'll give myself a yellow card. Okay, question number 4. Name the 4 central powers during the First World War. The 4 central powers. Pens down, please. Pens down. Pens down. Pens, signs up. We have Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. We have over here Germany, Japan, Italy, and Bulgaria. And the answers are Germany, German Empire, Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria. No points for either team. Question 5. Solve for N. Pencils down, pencils down, pencils down, answers up. We have N is 128, and we have N is -8. The answer is negative 32. So we move on to question 6. Quiet, please. The community was dismayed to learn that the firehouse had burned down while the firefighters were fighting a fire at a local restaurant. This sentence contains an example of "15 seconds. Answers. Are you guys good? Your answer's good now. Answers are alliteration and personification. The answer is situational irony. Irony. Question 7. An alligator gets its teeth cleaned by a bird, and the bird gets food from the alligator's mouth. What type of relationship is this? Both sides are ready. Answers, please. We have a shout out. We have a did you already use a shout out? No, we didn't have that question. So they have a shout out. Hampton shout out, please. So, answers, please. We have mutualism and we have symbiotic. And the answer is symbiotic or mutualism. A well-played shout-out. Question 8. What process revolutionized the automobile industry during the early 20th century? The answers, please. Assembly line, assembly line. Answer is assembly line. Question 9. Pam. Pam is wrapping a present. How much wrapping paper is needed to cover this box? Four seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Pens down. Answers up. We have 208 inches squared. 208 inches squared. And the answer is 208 square inches. Square. Correct answer. Fred Lynn, correct. Now, before we see the next question, we're going to go to a question 10. Then because we tossed a question out before, there'll be a slight delay. We're going to bring up the 11th question, which will be your 10th. So, next question, please. No, just here. Yes. Question 10. You are asked to read an article titled A Young Person's Guide to Applying to College. The purpose of this article is to entertain, persuade, or inform. Answers, please. Inform, inform. Answer is inform. Okay, we're going to have a momentary delay. Here comes the question. These animals are grouped together because all of them okay. 5, 4, answers in, answers please. Answers please. Sea animals, answer, live in water. I'm going to accept that. Correct? Both sides got that correct. Both sides. So we're done, right? This round is done. Congratulations, teams. Fred Lynn stays. Hampton, I'm sorry. Welcome, Fred Lynn. Welcome, Stonewall. This is sudden death, meaning no shout-outs. First answer that only one team gets correct, they're the winner, okay? Make sure you answer on your board within 30 seconds. Here we go. Good luck. Question 1. You cannot use a calculator. Please solve the problem. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Answer's up. No answer here. Answer is 32. Answer is 35. Next question. The following sentences contain an example of conflict. Is this conflict internal or external? Cole stared down at his chest. The bear's claws had raked him open. We've already had this question. It's a different question, I'm being told. At our break, our judges will arm wrestle. You guys good? Answers locked in. Answers are external, external, and the answer is external. Question 3. Using the chart below, what is the scientific name for an earthworm? Okay, both sides have their answers. I'm going to start from my left, Stonewall. Lumbrios terrestris. Same answer for both teams. Answer is correct. Excellent work. Your judge would have been wrong. Number 4. What was the peace organization that President Wilson urged the United States to join after World War I? Answers, please. League of Nations, 14 points. League of Nations. Correct. You've won. Welcome back for our 8th grade and final round. Just to remind you, 10 questions, 30 seconds each. You each have one shout out. Write your answer or shout out on your little whiteboard. Don't show your answers until I ask for them. When I ask you to put your markers down, put your markers down. If there's any questions about any of the answers, we have a panel of highly skilled judges in the first row. Good luck, teams. Question number 1. Last year, Tyler Middle School had 850 students. This year, they have 960 students. What is the percent increase in the number of students? Round your answer to the nearest percent. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Pens down, answers up. We have 12% and we have 80%. The correct answer is 13%. So we're going to go to question 2. One day, Isabel went to the movies. She went to see Beauty and the Beast. Isabel thought she should purchase a plate of nachos, a soda, and a box of Skittles, but her friend thought she shouldn't. Isabel purchased the food anyway. This passage is told from what point of view? Both sides have answers. Very quick. Answers are third person, omniscient. And the answer is third person. Do I need both? I do. The answer goes to Fred Lynn. Omniscient. Question 3. Chemical reactions can be classified as endothermic, exothermic, or exothermic. Identify these types on the pictures below. So it sounds, okay, just. Ten seconds. Answers are ready. Please show them. We have exothermic followed by endothermic. We have endothermic followed by exothermic. So they're both reversed. So one of them's right. And the answer is exo-endo. So Hampton. Point goes to Hampton. And the excitement starts to build among the Hampton faithful. Question 4. Who ratifies an amendment to the Virginia Constitution? Who ratifies an amendment to the Virginia Constitution? Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We have the Virginia General Assembly, and we have the governor, and the answer is the people of Virginia. So neither answer would be correct. Next question, please. Question 5. Evaluate the following expression for x equals -3 and y equals 8. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. Answers? No answers. Question, we can go to the answer, but the answer is 113, but no points awarded for that question. Question 6. You are reading an article expressing the idea that pizza is the most delicious food ever made. The purpose of this article is to... Answers, please. Persuade, persuade. The answer is persuade. Question. Yes, both are right. Both teams right on that answer. We now move to question 7. Question 7. This graph shows how long it took a toy car to travel 60 centimeters. How many seconds did it take for the car to travel the first 30 centimeters when it was in motion? Our answers are locked in. Oh, no, we have 10 seconds. We're good. Our answers are locked in. Our judges are poised for interpretation of answers. Our judges are locked in. Answers are, oh, we have a shout out over here for Hampton. Hampton shout out, please. Quiet in the audience. Is Hampton going to accept that answer? Come up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hampton is showing 4.5 seconds. Fred Lynn is showing 4. And the answer is 4. Fred Lynn. Question 8. The 16th Amendment of the United States Constitution authorized Congress to do what? The 16th Amendment. Four seconds. 3, 2, 1, and the answer is tax personal income. The answer is tax income. I think we accept that answer. Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn. Just Fred Lynn. Question 9. The cone below has a radius of 5 centimeters, a height of 12 centimeters, and a slant height of 13 centimeters. What is the volume of this cone to the nearest cubic centimeter? Pens down, please. Pens down. Answers up. We have 260 centimeters cubed. So we have one answer, the answer from Fred Lynn, and the answer is 314 centimeters cubed. No points for that question. Question 10, our final question. A word or object that represents something else in literature is known as a both sides have answers. The answers are symbol for both. The answer is symbol for both. Both teams receive a point. Congratulations, Fred Lynn. Welcome, 8th graders from Beville and Stonewall. We're going to ask our competitors from Beville to press the red button and to introduce themselves to our audience.
Hi, I'm Matthew Tisfaldet.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Flores.
I'm Andrew Vella.
Welcome, Beville. Stonewall, please introduce yourselves.
My name is Joy.
My name is Albert.
My name is Diana.
My name is Andy.
Welcome. You know the rules, 10 questions, 30 seconds each. You have one shout out. Your answer must be on your whiteboard. Your marker must be down at 30 seconds. You have one shout out. I wish you the best. Good luck. Question 1. Shannon has a bag with 8 yellow jelly beans and 4 red jelly beans. What is the probability Shannon randomly selects one red jelly bean, eats it, and then selects another red jelly bean? Simplify your answer. Eight seconds. 3, 2, 1. I need pens down and answers up. We have one answer for this round, and that will be Beville. And Beville's answer, I'm an old person with glasses, looks like 1/132. 1 over 132. Is that correct? 1 over 132, and the answer is 1 over 11. So we're going to go on to question 2. No points awarded for that. So question 2. The following poem is an example of what poetic form? There was an old man with a beard who said, "It's just how I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nests in my beard." Are we ready? Both sides are good? Answers, please. We have AABBA, AABBA. The answer is Limerick. So we're going to go to question 3. Based on the results of the litmus test shown below, what is the classification of the substance? Both sides are locked in. The answers are, both sides say base. The answer is base. 1 point for both sides. Both sides. Question 4. Question 4. Why is the United States economy considered to be a mixed economy? Ten seconds. You guys good? Answers are ready. Okay, answers are in. Both free market and command economy, because the government, because we have a government and freedom of personal property. Okay? So the answer is there is some government involvement in the decision making. So can I see your answer, please? So free market command economy would indicate some government involvement. This answer would be, it says, let me see that again, because we have a government. So both answers in their own way are accurate. Do I just make a ruling? Both sides get a point. Question 5. Solve for M. Ten seconds. 2, 1, pencils down, pencils down, answers up. We have -4. We have M is 32. The answer is -4. The answer goes to Stonewall. Question 6. Blank is used to express the author's attitude towards a subject. Answers are locked in. Both teams say tone. And the answer is tone. Points for both teams. Question 7. These diagrams represent different ways heat is transferred. The arrows show the direction of heat transfer. Which of the diagrams represents conduction, which represents convection, and which represents radiation? Ten seconds, teams. 3, 2, 1. Answers are done. Hold them up. So we have them. So what? These are in order X, Y, Z. Those are in order Z, Y, X. Your goal is to confuse me, correct? You guys get extra points for confusing me. Okay, so the answers are, please hold them up. We need some convection or conduction up here. Okay, so X is convection, conduction, radiation. This is right. So convection, conduction, radiation, correct. Both correct. Both teams get points. And a yellow card to Mr. Keenan for telling his team to try to confuse me. Question 8. Courts resolve two kinds of legal conflicts. 10 seconds. Okay, both teams have answers locked in. We have civil and criminal, and we have civil and criminal. And the answer is civil and criminal. Oh, this is getting tight, huh? Question 9. What is the surface area of the pyramid shown? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your answer's done? Okay, we have a shout out here. We have we have a simultaneous shout out. We'll do one at a time. Stonewall will have the first shout out.
We're working on it. Without the formula, we need more time. Can they put the question up again? Agreed.
I swear. 800. It's backwards. Backwards?
No, you're fine.
You can accept 800 or give me another answer. You're going to go, right now I need your answer. Is that what you're going with? You're going with 800 inches, correct? Okay, now we have our shout out for Beville.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Beville has 736.
736.
Excellent. And the answer is 800. Stonewall. Is that correct, judges? Judges are saying correct? Stonewall. Question 10. Shh. A return to an earlier time in a story to introduce the reader to prior information is known as? Okay, so we have answers from Stonewall. The answer they have is foresight. The answer is flashback. No points awarded. I believe Stonewall wins that round. And we invite Fred Lynn back up. Welcome back. Sudden death. The first team that answers the question correctly and the other team answers it incorrectly will receive the 5 points, and based upon the scores would win today's competition. So same rules, whiteboards, no shout outs, 30-second limit. Put your pen down. Are we ready? Almost. Good luck. What is the length of R to the nearest tenth of an inch? Five seconds. 2, 1, 0. Pens down. Answers up. Answers up. Nope. No answer. We have an answer from Stonewall. The answer is 15.3 inches. And the answer is 7.3. We're going to go to question 2. Question 2. You have been tasked to read a selection that has the following characteristics: a short piece of prose text, a central character sharing one specific important moment in his or her life. What specific type of text are you reading? Everybody's locked in. Answers, please, teams. We have biography and we have narrative. Biography, narrative. The answer is memoir. Question 3. Quiet, please. Looking at the diagram, explain why temperature stops decreasing between 4 and 11 minutes of this experiment of a cooling substance. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers, please. We have temperature stays the same during the state change because it stopped cooling. The answer is phase change is taking place. The correct answer is confirmed, Fred Lynn. Congratulations. Is that it? Congratulations to Fred Lynn for winning today's Battle of the Brains.